As a union carpenter, our culture is, hey man, I gotta get to work. I don't want welfare, I want wages, okay? I don't want a handout, I don't wanna wait for Uncle Sam to send me $600 or $400 plus the unemployment benefits and so forth. I don't want that crap. Why? We got into the trade because we wanted to work, right? We got into the trade because we decided that we were gonna use our hands and our back to be able to build things.
That's what gives us our value, is going out and working hard and doing things other people can't do, doing things that other people think you're crazy, that's not safe. So our members had a choice to go out and battle all the elements they battle on a job site, and then throw on top of that the coronavirus. They all chose to go to work. That shows you what our members are made of. But the other side of that is all of the other essential workers, the ones that are working in the service industry, that the reason they made that choice is because their one day missed wages from not being able to pay their bills to be thrown out of their apartment. So can you imagine that we live in a country where we call people essential to this country moving on, not coming to a screeching halt, and they're getting paid minimum wage?
You shouldn't have to wake up before the sun comes up, come home, take your construction vest off, and go put on a McDonald's vest.
That's right.
Okay? You shouldn't have to have two jobs in order to pay the bills. It's completely upside down today.
1965, my dad turned journeyman. And his scale was $5 an hour. My mom made $65 a week as a bookkeeper, so $265 a week. They bought their first house with $700 down, and their house payment was $65 a month. So they could make 4 times their house payment in 1 week's pay. So you look at that, and that was the kind of middle class lifestyle that was out there.
Whether you're working in a grocery store, or you're working in the fields, or you're working in construction, or whatever career you decide to have, you should get paid enough where you can live life, support your family. You shouldn't be the working and on welfare. No one should have a full-time job, and especially when it's a 2-family income, the husband and the wife are both working, and they still need to get food stamps.
You turn on cable news, and you're watching the political debate go on across the country. And the conversation is more about what can we do for more entitlements, instead of saying, hey, what can we do to increase wages? What can we do to increase benefits?
The debate that has to happen in Washington, in Sacramento, is not about how we can increase taxes on the rich and fund more programs for people that are in need. You got to pay people more money. If people are willing to work hard and willing to work full time, they should get wages that support just the basics of life.
We've got to get off this welfare program mentality, and we've got to get on and swap that for high wage mentality. And we've got to get our electeds to start believing that stuff, because what Pete's saying, it's a culture. We work hard, we bust our ass every single day. We wouldn't have it any other way. It's who we are. And but damn it, we want to get paid for it.
One of the things that I take pride in, our organization, how it increases wages. The union rate wage, that's the prevailing wage. So, hey man, I tip my cap to organizations like the Carpenters Union that stands up not only for their members, but everybody that's within the community. If you're a union carpenter, you're going to get the highest rate that's available for a carpenter. If you're a non-union carpenter and you happen to be lucky enough to get on a prevailing wage job, you could thank our organization for creating that wealth.
There's a morality of saying we're going to make sure that non-union carpenter is uplifted. But you know what? At the end of the day, if we continue to bring this stuff up industry-wide, then we're not expected to work in unsafe conditions. We're not expected to work for less money. Hey, give up your health care, give up your pension, give up your vacation pay. All of those things that we fight for with our contract that help the non-union, but it's good business to help the non-union. It's good business for our members.
And we know that every economic recovery that this country's ever had is started with construction. And it's just not because it puts carpenters to work and other building trades people to work. The materials, the vendors, you get money in the pockets of the tradesmen and those vendors. They go and spend it at the grocery store, they spend it at the movies, they spend it at the restaurant. So construction just is a natural cycle of that dollar. That money in the construction industry is a cycle that just, it props up communities, and it's the true way to economic recovery. It won't start without it.
Bottom line, Dan, that's why we were deemed essential.
Yeah.
We're job creators. We complete that project, somebody's got to work there.
That's right.
That's right.
We're the first line of economic recovery. When we finish it up and we put that last doorknob on that last door, somebody's going to go to work there, and the cycle starts all over again.
That's right.
And so that's where, and that was our political relationships of having to educate politicians into what is Carpenter economics. It's more than just what our members see, it's what we do for the infrastructure of this country.
And could you imagine the economic recovery that would happen if all construction workers were paid union wages? It would be recovery on steroids.